Hey everybody, it's Tamika and I'm here to share with you guys this cute little project, but really I'm here to share a tutorial on how to put this together. A couple days ago, last week, I did a couple boxes for some friends, and a lot of you had asked about the clustering and how do you make the box and a quick tutorial. So it's really simple, it's really easy, and so I'm doing that for you guys. And I'm not a cluster expert, but I just literally just put my flowers out and just put them on here. But I'm going to show you, you'll see my thought process of how I do it, and hopefully it answers questions for those of you who have asked. And a lot of these flowers are just from my stash. I used a couple of items from Wild Orchid Crafts, and that was the leaves and the pearl spray, which I give you in the video. Everything else is just stuff you have from your stash, really. So just show you how to make this quick and easy box, and then the clustering layering. So stay tuned. Hopefully you guys like it. Let me know what you think. Bye. Alright, so the first thing that we would need is obviously a trimmer, scoring tool, and whatever your base is going to be. I'm using white 8.5 by 11 cardstock. This box is so super simple. So you need 2 sheets. So the bottom is going to be cut at, the bottom of the box is going to be cut at 5 by 6. Alright, you can just hold on to those other pieces for something else. And then the top half is going to be cut at 5 1/8 is the first notch after the 5, and then by 6 1/8. And then you can discard the other pieces. So you want to take your scoring tool and you want to score at 1 inch on all sides. And just get yourself a good crease. Pretty easy, guys. You'll be so happy you'll be making a ton of these. You want to do that to both sheets of paper. 1 inch on all 4 sides. Okay. And one more. Alright, we'll just set that aside for a moment. So we'll be using that. And again, and then you want to just score over, crease all your score marks. And you can use your bone folder. And you want to do that to both papers. Alright, then you want to take your scissors and you want to, let's see, we want to put the, there's 2 long sides, so on the short sides you want to cut right up to the score mark where the crease is and it intersects. So you want to cut right up to there. So right on the score mark up to the intersecting piece. You want to do that on the opposite side as well. Right there and right there. Now what I like to do is cut off a tiny little triangle piece so that the box will close better. So let me show you if I can get it out of there. See, this is the tiny little sliver and it goes right in there. So once you've done the little score piece, just cut a tiny little triangle sliver out, just a little one. You want to do that on all the sides. And okay. And then for the other piece, you want to do the exact same thing on the smaller end. There's 2 long pieces. So on the shorter end, you want to cut up to the intersecting score marks. Uh-oh. I move over a little bit there. And then cut a little sliver out. And you want to do that to the opposite side. Okay. So all you want to do at this point is fold in your corners. I like to put the big flap on the outside. So you just want to do that. I am going to use hot glue, which is my favorite adhesive. And just adhere. Put a little adhesive. You can use your wet glue. You could use your ATG tape or what have you. It goes by quicker if you use hot glue to me. And this one. Oh shoot, I just dropped a glue gun. Alright. Okay. And there's the bottom of the box. And then let's do the top. And then a little bit on this one. Oh, I keep dropping my glue gun. I need to get one of those glue stands that I see people have. And the last one. Alright, let me get some more glue on this one. I just don't like how that sits. Okay. And then that sits perfectly on top of the box. See? Easy peasy. Now what you can do is cut out a little notch if you want to make it easier for the person to be able to pick it up. But I mean, that's it. That's your box. So at this point, when you want to cover it, yes, I'm going to measure because I forgot the measurements of what it is. So I'm just going to measure what it is really quick. And it's about 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. It's almost a 3 1/8. Let's do 4 1/4 by 3 1/4 and see. I may have to shape it down a little bit, but that's okay. So the paper that I'm going to use is from the paper studio called Vintage or More, Vintage Love, and I got it from Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to use these 2 sheets. So I'm going to cut this down to 4 1/4. Let's see here, 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. And let's just see if that's too big for the box. Oh, did I measure the wrong one? I did. I need the top. So we're going to do 3 by 4. Perfect. 3 by 4. So we'll make strips over here 4 by it's an inch, so if you want to do a little bit less than an inch you can. I'm going to have a little border because I like that, so I'm going to do a little bit less than an inch. You need 2 of those. Cut it 4 by 1 or a little bit less than that. So perfect. And 4 by 1. Actually, I'm going to cut a little bit. It's a little sliver off a little bit more. I really have the tiny, I think it was like a 1/16, but I want to cut a little bit more. And then I'm going to use my scissors for this and measure it out. I think that's a little bit better. Yes. And then this is 3 by 1 or a little bit less than that. So we do 3 by that amount. And then see if we can squeeze 2. I only needed 1 sheet of paper. 1 sheet of 6 by 6. I'm going to measure that out. This is about 3/4 of an inch. So 1 by 3/4, or 3/4 of an inch by 3, you need 2 of them, and 3/4 of an inch by 4, you need 2 of them. And we are done with that. If you want to cover the, of course, the inside of the box and all that, you can definitely do so. So I'm going to grab some tape, of which I did not grab. Tape or glue or something here. Okay, I don't see anything handy, so we're gonna use hot glue. Alright, just got to be quick. So I'm going to put the glue on here. And voila. See, I love me some hot glue. And then we're going to get our strips. I'm going to decide where I want it so I don't fiddle-faddle around. Put it on the side. Okay. And then we're going to do this one. And then all we have left are the two ends. And it's there, and make sure you do it without to get the wrinkles out, the bubbles. And then one more. Ooh. There we go. Super easy. So now, actually, I'm going to tie this end down because that's going to bug me. Okay. That's all done. So now we're just going to add, or I'm going to add, a little bit of lace around the edges. And I have this tiny little lace that I got from Alicia's store, which is Alicia's Glitz and More. And I am just going to adhere it to the edges of my box to add some extra to it. I'm just going to go right to the edge. And then I'm going to continue it all the way around, just adding a strip of hot glue to the edge. I'll put the link to her store in the description box. This is really pretty, dainty, petite lace. Okay. And that's the last one. I'm going to cut off the extra. Alright. Super cute. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So, I'm going to have the box go that way. So what I'm going to do now is just decorate the box a little bit. And I'm just using some flowers from my stash. So they're just random flowers that match perfectly. And I may use the one of each or all of them. So just pick out some pretty colors that's in the color of your paper that you chose. Okay. I'm also going to add a little word. I have this little pack from Michael's. I'm going to use this, I don't know. I don't like that one. Let's see. Probably should have had this part out. I can use that. Okay. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay, so before we do that, I'm going to whitewash the top of my box a little bit, and I just have a tiny little drop of white paint. And I normally would use a baby wipe because that works a lot better, but I don't have a baby wipe handy, so I'm just going to use some napkin and I have some water over here, so I'm just going to take a little bit of the paint and wipe it over the top of the box. And then a little bit over here, just a little bit, and then just tone down or mute the colors a bit. And I'll get a little down here. There. I love doing that. You still can see the pattern underneath the paper, but it's just toned down quite a bit. So then I'm just going to take another napkin and dip it in some water that I have over here. Just a little bit of water. Wipe the top of the box off just a bit. Go back over and dry it. If you had a baby wipe, it'll work much better. So, it's the top of my box. Toned down quite a bit. So, see, here's the original paper. There we go. So, after that, now I'm just going to layer. I've decided to use a paper doily, and I'm just going to, I cut it in half, and then I cut it in half again to get this tiny little piece, and I'm just going to put that right there, just like so. Alright, got my handy dandy glue gun. Alright, here we go. I'm just going to put a little, not a little, but I'm just going to put some glue on this area down here. Actually, I'm going to put some dot right there, and a dot right here, and then one right there. Tack down those corners. That's how that looks so far. And some leaves and some flowers from my stash. And I'm just going to figure out what pattern I want. I know I want these flowers here. They're two-tone flowers, really cute. And it's a white flower. These have been well loved in the place they were at. Here's another two-tone. It's a darker pink in the middle. I'm going to use that. Maybe two. We'll see. And here's a green one. I'm not sure about that, but we'll take one up. Oh, I just cut myself. Ah! Okay, I'm back. I don't have any Band-Aid, but I do have packing tape and craft felt, so we're good to go. Alright, those scissors are sharper than I thought they were. Okay, so this is where we left off. And, oh, I was cutting off some, that's what I was doing. I was cutting this off, which I'm not sure I'm going to use, but we'll see. And there's some tiny little buds here. So I don't know how the array will go, but what I do is, because so many of you ask me to do the, you know, a process video on how I layer, but I never really know either. But so here we go. There's this little chip piece that says hello, and then we have this one that says wonderful. I think I'm going to go with the wonderful one. But first I'm going to wash it down a little bit. It's just too, I'm just going to whitewash it a little with that paint and napkin that I had earlier. Just tone it. Okay. And then I know that this is going to go on some dimensionals. Alright, and put some dimensionals on the back. For sure these two. And maybe another set, but we'll see. And I'm going to start out with the flower that I like the most, or what I want to be my focal point. And that's these two-tone ones here. Let me try to scoot in some. So, we're going to do that and just try to figure out placement here. And then where I want this wonderful to be. Do I want it over here? No, I don't. I want it over here. And I want 2 layers of dimension. I can see that already. I'm just going to layer one on top of the other. It's going to sit there. With the flower cluster. Some leaves. Okay. these little tiny little rosebuds. They can fit randomly. Some tiny little green flowers that will go well with that. Okay, we can start layering, because otherwise it'll just get messy. So I'm just going to add some glue to this leaf. This leaf is from Wild Orchid Crafts. And then I'm going to put glue on the back. Sit there. Okay. And I'm going to have that flower there. Just put a little bit of glue on the bottom. Put this down because we know where we want this at. And tack some glue on the bottom. Okay. And I had a white flower. What did I do with that white flower? Here. Let's see. There's a pink one here. Okay, put the white flower here. I just tried to not make all the colors, you know, just kind of vary out the colors, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but you'll get the hang of it soon enough. I'll put this one over here. And then those rosebuds I can stick. One in here, and I can go there. Up there on top, and these little blossoms can go somewhere. They can go right there. I like that other pink flower, that dark one. I'll bring that out in front. And then we'll get another one of these dark flowers, or dark rosebuds. Put it under here. Okay. Guess we can use a green flower. Oh, here's one already cut. I'll just hang that up there. See, you just really just go with whatever it is you're gonna go with. It's not really a rhyme or reason, I guess. Oh, it's too close to the green one, so we'll bring it out over here. Let's try this pink one. Let's see, we got too much pink on that over there. So, what can we put here? See, now there we need to put something else, because we really can't put another flower right there, because you can't, that won't look right. You can't put the white one. You can't do the pink one because it's already a pink one there. You can't do the two-tone because that's already there. That doesn't match. So, let's see if we can put some leaves there. If not, we'll just find something else to tuck under there. Let's see. Let's just look. Oh, that's too much. Too much, too much, too much. So, we will just find something to tuck. This is cute. It doesn't match really, but it's cute. Let's see. This is when you have your little bag of extras. just lying around. So you can, fillers is what I like to call them. So here goes some fillers. Let's see if we can use this. You can always stick that in there. Can, but I don't like it. This would work. Polka dots will play off this wooden piece. Let's get some toning down of this really quick. Let's do a little bit more. Okay. This time I'm gonna leave it. Just gonna rub it in with my finger so I don't wipe it all the way off. And what we do is tuck that underneath this and take the rose out. Shove that in there really good. And then glue under there to hold it. And then we're gonna put the rose back. Cute. Now we can put these sprays in here too. It's already cut them. Okay. And these sprays are from Wild Orchid Crafts. They are the Ivory Pearl MKX 624. On the leaves were MKX 449. And I'm just going to stick them off over here. Maybe they'll go over here a little bit better. Nope, they don't. Alright, let's just put a little adhesive on here. That's pretty much in there. It's not going anywhere. I'm going to get some of this extra glue strings. So now what I'm going to do is get my little shimmer mist or shimmer stuff, and then I'm going to shimmer up my flowers on the top. And all I'm doing is just brushing it on directly with the paintbrush, so there's no extra spray wasted. And this is just a homemade shimmer that I just poured out into a half cup. Makes everything looks really sweet and shiny. And I'm literally just brushing on the color. Love it. Make sure you get in the nooks and the crannies. I don't need, oh, yeah. And there you have it. Isn't it cute? I don't know if you can see the shimmer, but of course when it dries it'll be super shimmery. And there we go. Quick and easy project for you guys. And let me know if you try it. I'd love to see what you came up with. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.